Welcome back, everybody. You join me in front of the computer collection. I'm not in front of the camera, I'm behind it today because we're doing something a little bit different. We're not actually here to talk about the HP, I know. We're not talking about that Dell. We're not even talking about this. What we're talking about is this one. I have not talked about this computer really at length yet. I'm not really going to go into a whole lot of specifics and detail as far as the hardware side of it goes, because that's really not what's important. That's not what we're doing in this video. We're actually going to be doing some cosmetic modifications. As some of you may have seen, I sent out a picture of a couple of cans of spray paint there, and I got a little sanding block behind it. What we're going to do is we're going to change up the colors of this case. I mean, because who wants another beige box, right? This is from 98. That makes sense to me that that's a beige box. This computer, since it's kind of multi-purpose, I decided it needed something different. So what we're going to do is, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use this sanding block that I got here. Let's not really worry about that so much. Just kind of give it a scratch. Scratch up the surface so the paint will take. And then what I'm going to do is let's just go like that. I'm going to try my hand at kind of double layering the paint. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with silver on the base coat, and then I'm going to go with this satin black on the top coat. I'm really hoping that it turns out well, though. What we're going to do, as far as we're going to change up this front area a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this piece right here, and we're going to move it here, and we're going to 86 this drive because it doesn't work. So I'm going to take that out. We're going to move these two, or no, we're going to leave these here. So I'm going to take that out, and then this is going to go here to kind of create more of a pocket effect with these particular things. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to try this whole grill area here. To me, always kind of looked like it needed to be a grill. So we're going to hit that with the silver. So I'm thinking that'll look pretty good. I'm going to try to, maybe if I can, use a brush and try to kind of brush it and make it look like brushed steel around that outside there. And we'll even get down there by where the USB ports are and everything. We're going to do a little bit of chipping. We're going to do a little bit of weathering. You may notice what I did is I took a rasp and kind of just rasped away a little bit of the beige paint, just to determine if I wanted to spray paint this silver or try to go to go through the process of sanding all the paint off. And I decided, you know what, no, that's not really worth it. I may do silver here too, maybe. And I'm hoping that the difference in material between this plastic and this metal won't be as noticeable. Or, I mean, the paint will really look similar if I do it right. At least that's the hope. So we're going to make this, definitely going to give it a lot more personality. Now, this is going to be, admittedly, this will be my first ever attempt at doing something like this on a computer case. I'm kind of nervous. I don't know how it's going to turn out. But I figured I'd go ahead and, give it a shot anyway. Take you guys with me and just kind of see what we come up with together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go away. I'm going to do a little bit of video, kind of throughout the process. I'm going to start by sanding it, like I said, kind of just a scratch sanding just to make sure the paint sticks. Then I'll do my base coat. And from what I understand, I want to do a chip coat. And from what I understand, and weathering, so from what I understand, there's a couple ways you can do that. A hairspray. I don't have any spray hairspray to really do that. So I'm going to try to use what's known as the toothpaste method, exactly what it sounds like. And then we'll see how that goes. But I just wanted to get some good video here of, of the computer in its natural habitat. It's the last time we're ever going to see her like this. So, kind of get a last shot of it for posterity's sake here. And so I'm going to do all this outside, obviously. I'm not going to do this inside because that would create a whole lot of sand and sanding dust and just a bunch of stuff I don't want to deal with. So I will see you guys outside. We'll go ahead and start by getting her sanded. Wow. Right, so I actually got all 4 panels off of that computer, if you can believe that. The sides and the top and the front all come off. I just finished what I'm referring to as the scratch pass on the front. Now I'm getting ready to do the other 3 sides, and then we'll paint them. So as I'm running out of daylight, this is 3 coats of silver in. I know it looks a little stripy, but that's the undercoat, so it doesn't necessarily have to do that. So what I'm going to do after this is I'm going to go ahead and hit it with some hairspray, um, hit it with some black, and then we'll do some chip coating, and I'll cover that a little bit. Me doing that, of course, because I'm not a pro at this at all. I'm definitely a noob at this kind of thing, so this is kind of an update, and I'll be back when we're ready to do some black. Okay, so here's where we're at. I just got done with the first coat of black. I'm painting the fronts of the DVD drives as well. That one, I didn't take the front off because it's dead, so it's just kind of a placeholder. I really don't care. So there's, like I said, there's first coat of black. I'm going to give that a couple more minutes to kind of just cure out here, and then I'm going to hit it with the second coat, and then we'll go ahead and start the weathering. But it's starting to look pretty good. All right, checking in again. So I got all the case parts painted with the final coat of black. I had to do 2 coats to get the coverage that I wanted. I'm pretty happy with the way things turned out. And then I have some extraneous, the fronts of the DVD drives over there. I feel kind of guilty because I painted the front of an iOmega zip drive, and I mean, I always kind of had a soft spot for these. The door didn't get painted as well as I would have liked, but that's okay because it kind of adds to the weathered effect, the fact that it's a little bit older. But yeah, so I'm going to let these kind of finish curing up proper for a while. And then once I'm done doing that, we'll go ahead and unmask it and we'll weather it. Okay, exciting moment. I'm about to unmask. Unmask the computer case. I figured I'd, do this together with you as it's very gratifying. So we'll go ahead and just grab that. Yeah. I think that turned out pretty well. Yeah. Let's see if we can't get some tape loose here too. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Got a little bit more. I had a little bit of bleed through, but that's okay. We're going to weather it anyway, so I don't expect that, that to have been perfect. Get a little bit further down so you can actually see what we're doing here. That way I can see too. I'm pretty happy with that. Let's go ahead and see if we can't pop these off as well. Oh, yeah. Can we get... Oh, no, maybe we shouldn't try to get the big one just yet. There we go. Power button. Reset button. Got a little stuck from the back there. Oh, there we go. Yeah. That's starting to come together slowly here. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and, let's see if we can't. Okay. There we go. I got to separate it on the bottom edge here, so pull that back. Yeah. I mean, I got a little bit of cleanup work to do there, but like I said, that's all right because we're going to be weathering it anyway. So, I mean, all in all, it's definitely starting to come together, starting to do what we want. So I'll go ahead and finish masking this, or unmasking everything rather, I'm sorry, and then we'll come back. Well, everybody, it's been a good handful of days, but you remember that somewhat odd-looking beige box that sat here that I had said I had massive plans for, and, well, I've been painting. Well, she's all done. I don't have a name currently. I'm working with someone on a name for it, but yeah, so there it is. It's all painted up. She's all weathered, and I am really, really happy with the way that it turned out. I mean, I didn't record the weathering process because it was kind of an experimental thing. And it is kind of there's no exact science to this, to weathering at all or anything like that. But I'm really, really happy with the way that the side panels turned out, with the way that with just the way it all turned out. I mean, it just looks so beat up and everything, and that's exactly what I was going for. I wanted it to look like it had a story to tell and it had seen and done some things. And I'll be honest, I'm really, really thrilled with the way that it turned out. I'll even get into some of the kind of the close-ups there. I mean, it's just such an imprecise thing. I mean, just to weather it properly. I mean, and what's really fun is when the weathering has a story. Like I added in these little bits right here, so it looked like, the people that were trying to turn it on or use reset repeatedly, it should, like, your finger would, glance off or something. And that 3.5 disk drive, the fact that it's like that, that's an aesthetic choice. I feel like it matches, just, whatever I can find and just slap it in there. But I'm even really happy with the way the weathering near the handles looks. I mean, like you can tell it's been used a bunch, and all I used for this, I mean, you saw, I mean, I painted it silver underneath first and came back with some black. And as far as the weathering goes, all I used to do it was just some sandpaper, a pair of pliers for some of the deeper gouges, and just abuse the heck out of it. I even involved a hammer at one point, so definitely gotta take a look at the internals and make sure nothing got fouled there, but I doubt it did. So, but yeah, I mean, like I said, all it really cost was just a couple of dollars and some spray paint, and really nothing aside from that. So I mean, hey, if you liked it and want to kind of try something similar, just let me know down in the comments, or if you even have an old cruddy case that you kind of want to make look like it's been through, the apocalypse or something, just let me know. Sound off down in the comments. It's a lot easier than you think. So, but yeah, like I said, I have not come up with a name for it yet. Hopefully me and the person that I'm working for, goodness, me and the person that I'm working with to come up with the name on this should be a lot better. So, but yeah, I'm really happy with the way it turned out. I really hope you all enjoyed kind of watching it come to life with me. I've been kind of posting progressive pictures on, or pictures of the progression, kind of on Instagram and social media and things like that. So, but yeah, this was really fun. I really enjoyed a lot of this. So yeah, I kind of get a final decent glamour shot there. So yeah, folks, thank you for watching. Until the next one. Until then.